6 Stoic Powerful Rules to Become Emotionless. Stoicism. Seneca once said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Welcome to Stoic In Your Life, where we harness the timeless wisdom of Stoicism to elevate our modern existence. In today's video, we're diving into 6 Stoic powerful rules to become emotionless, a comprehensive guide to maintaining inner peace amidst life's inevitable chaos. Join us as we explore these ancient principles that empower you to transform emotional turmoil into a fortress of calm. Our journey begins with understanding the profound teachings of Stoicism that have guided countless individuals toward a state of emotional resilience. We'll delve deep into each of these 6 powerful rules, breaking them down and explaining how you can apply them in your daily life to achieve a serene mind and a resilient spirit. Imagine being able to face any situation, no matter how challenging, with a composed and unshaken demeanor. These rules are not about suppressing emotions, but about mastering them, using them as tools to strengthen your inner self, rather than letting them control you. Remember, watching this video is not a retreat from the world. It's an advancement toward mastering the serenity that Stoicism offers. As we navigate these teachings together, you'll discover how to remain calm and collected in the face of adversity, turning emotional challenges into opportunities for growth. Let's embark on this path to emotional resilience together and uncover the power of Stoicism in transforming your life. Rule number 1. Don't let love for someone overwhelm you. Love is indeed a profound connector, a force that unites and gives meaning to life. Yet its excess or imbalance can be our undoing. It can cloud our judgment, expose our soft underbelly, and lead to despair when it's unreciprocated or lost. The Stoics, masters of emotional equilibrium, often warned against the dangers of over-attachment. Marcus Aurelius, an emperor and Stoic sage, advised, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This wisdom teaches us to love without losing ourselves. It's about valuing connections while maintaining our own identity. Think about your own experiences, times when your happiness seemed tethered to someone else's choices. The sting of betrayal, the ache of a love lost, the frustration of unmet expectations. These are the trials love can bring. But what if you could love just as profoundly, yet without the vulnerability? The key lies in understanding that love, like all emotions, is transient. Cherish it while it's present, but don't let it anchor you down. Let it be the breeze that propels your voyage, guiding but not controlling your direction. Your journey should be directed by you alone. By mastering detached affection, you shield your heart and strengthen your spirit. You can forge deep connections without the fear of losing yourself. It's the first step towards true emotional equilibrium, where you steer your feelings, rather than being steered by them. Let me share a story that perfectly encapsulates this principle. Think of Emma, a successful entrepreneur who fell deeply in love with her college sweetheart, John. Their love was the kind people write novels about, passionate, consuming, and seemingly unbreakable. Emma's world revolved around John. Her happiness was intertwined with his. When John decided to pursue a career opportunity abroad, their relationship faced a significant challenge. Emma was devastated. Her emotional stability crumbled because she had anchored her happiness to John's presence. After months of heartache and introspection, Emma turned to the wisdom of Stoicism. She learned to detach her sense of self from John, to love him deeply but not let his absence dictate her emotional state. Emma's journey wasn't about becoming emotionless, but about finding balance. She embraced the transient nature of all emotions and redirected her energy towards her passions and personal growth. Over time, she found herself flourishing both personally and professionally, even while maintaining a loving, albeit long-distance relationship with John. This story illustrates how we can love deeply without letting it control us. By understanding the transient nature of emotions, we can cherish love without being overwhelmed by it. Ask yourself, how often have you let your happiness depend solely on someone else's actions or presence? Reflect on the moments when you felt most vulnerable, and consider how embracing a Stoic perspective might have offered you strength and clarity. The essence of Stoicism isn't to become emotionless, but to find balance and resilience in the face of life's ebbs and flows. Remember, the goal is not to suppress love, but to cultivate a love that enriches your life without compromising your emotional stability. By practicing detached affection, you not only protect your heart, but also enhance your capacity to love in a healthy, sustainable way. This approach allows you to form deep, meaningful connections while maintaining your inner strength and independence. As you navigate through life, let love be the breeze that guides you, not the anchor that holds you down. In doing so, you'll discover a profound sense of emotional freedom and equilibrium. Let's take a moment to internalize this powerful Stoic rule. Don't let love for someone overwhelm you. Embrace love as a beautiful, transient part of your life's journey, but always retain your sense of self. Ask yourself, how can you apply this principle in your relationships today? What steps can you take to ensure that your love enhances rather than diminishes your inner strength? By pondering these questions, you'll be better equipped to navigate the complexities of love with wisdom and grace, ultimately leading to a more balanced and fulfilling life. Rule number 2, prioritize your emotional investments. Imagine for a moment you're a sailor on a vast ocean. The waves are the emotions and events of life, constantly changing, sometimes calm, sometimes stormy. To navigate this ocean, it's crucial to understand when to steer into the waves and when to let them pass. This brings us to our second powerful rule in Stoicism: prioritize your emotional investments. At its core, this rule is about understanding and controlling the flow of your emotional energy, just like a seasoned sailor understands the ocean currents and winds. Empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others, is often celebrated as a cornerstone of human connection. It's the thread that weaves us into the lives of others, offering comfort and fostering deep understanding. However, there's a fine line between healthy empathy and emotional overextension. Epictetus, a revered Stoic philosopher, famously said, "We are disturbed not by events but by the views which we take of them." This profound insight is particularly relevant when it comes to empathy. While our natural inclination might be to immerse ourselves fully in the emotional states of those around us, doing so indiscriminately can be detrimental. Think of yourself as a sponge, absorbing water. If you continually soak up water without ever being wrung out, you become saturated and ineffective. Similarly, constantly absorbing the emotions of others without managing your own emotional boundaries can lead to emotional exhaustion and burnout. This can cloud your judgment, deplete your energy, and cause your personal goals and well-being to slip into the background. The Stoic approach is not to ignore the feelings of others, but to practice what can be called deliberate empathy. This means consciously choosing when to engage deeply with someone else's emotions and when to maintain a healthy distance. By prioritizing your emotional investments, you ensure that your empathy remains a powerful tool rather than a debilitating burden. It's about striking a balance where your interactions are meaningful and your emotional reserves are not drained unnecessarily. Consider this. How often have you found yourself overwhelmed by the problems of others to the point where you felt drained and unable to address your own needs? This is where the practice of deliberate empathy becomes crucial. It allows you to be supportive and compassionate without sacrificing your own mental and emotional health. Let's delve deeper into how you can practice this in daily life. Start by becoming aware of your emotional responses. Notice when you're beginning to feel overwhelmed by the emotions of others. Ask yourself, is this the right moment to fully engage, or would it be wiser to step back and preserve my emotional energy? This self-awareness is the first step towards prioritizing your emotional investments effectively. Next, Establish clear boundaries. Boundaries are not walls to keep people out, but rather guidelines to ensure that your emotional well-being is protected. They help you decide how much time and energy you can afford to spend on others without compromising your own mental health. For instance, if a friend is going through a tough time, you can offer support while also making sure to take time for yourself to recharge. Reflect on the importance of quality over quantity in your emotional engagements. It's better to have a few deeply meaningful connections than to spread yourself too thin across many superficial ones. This doesn't mean you should be indifferent to others, but rather that you should focus your empathy where it can have the most impact. Remember, as the Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Often, the anticipation of emotional burden is worse than the reality. By managing your emotional investments wisely, you can reduce unnecessary suffering. Consider this open-ended question to guide your practice. How can you balance empathy with self-care in your daily interactions? This question encourages reflection and self-examination, helping you to find a personal equilibrium that supports both your well-being and your relationships. By navigating the journey towards emotional selectivity, you empower yourself to move through life with greater clarity and purpose. You reserve your emotional energy for moments that truly matter, ensuring that your empathy is genuine, focused, and impactful. This not only enhances your well-being, but also makes your support for others more meaningful and sustainable. Rule number 3, distance yourself from people who bring negativity. In a world teeming with distractions and disruptions, achieving a state of emotional tranquility might seem like an elusive goal. However, by embracing the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, we can learn to navigate life's tumult with a serene mind and an unshakable spirit. Now, let's delve into one of the most transformative Stoic rules that can empower you to become emotionally invincible: distancing yourself from negativity. Distance yourself from people who bring negativity. Surrounding ourselves with the right people is crucial to our emotional well-being and mental clarity. Just as a single spoiled apple can affect the whole batch, a person steeped in negativity can cast a shadow over our lives, sapping our energy and clouding our thoughts. The Stoics, who placed great emphasis on self-preservation and personal dignity, understood that while we cannot control others' actions, we have the choice to select who we let into our personal space. Reflecting this Stoic wisdom, Epictetus once said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." This serves as a reminder to be selective about our company and to listen to our inner guidance. Take a moment to consider, are there individuals in your life who consistently exude negativity, foster doubts, or diminish your ambitions? Recognizing and distancing oneself from such negative influences is essential. It's not about harboring resentment. It's about prioritizing your emotional well-being. Releasing toxic individuals from your life is an act of self-compassion, not cruelty. It signifies that you value your peace of mind and emotional stability above all else. By doing so, you reinforce your environment with positivity, genuine support, and true kindness. Remember, mastering your emotions starts with aligning external influences with your inner goals. Marcus Aurelius, another revered Stoic philosopher, once said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." This emphasizes the importance of our environment in shaping our inner world. When you choose to distance yourself from negative people, you allow your mind to flourish in a space filled with encouragement and positive energy. In modern life, this might mean re-evaluating your social circles, limiting interactions with those who drain you emotionally, or even seeking out communities that uplift and inspire you. It's crucial to understand that your emotional state is a reflection of the influences you allow into your life. Expanding on this idea, consider how modern technology connects us with a wide array of influences through social media, news, and entertainment. This connectivity, while beneficial, can also expose us to a constant stream of negativity. To maintain emotional resilience, it's vital to curate not only our personal relationships, but also our digital environments. Unfollow accounts that perpetuate negativity. Mute notifications that disrupt your peace and seek content that aligns with your values and goals. By doing this, you are creating a digital sanctuary that mirrors the positive, supportive environment you cultivate in your physical life. Another practical application of this rule involves setting boundaries with those who cannot be entirely removed from your life, such as colleagues or family members. Establishing clear limits on interactions can help protect your emotional well-being while maintaining necessary relationships. Communicate your needs assertively and practice self-care to replenish your energy after unavoidable negative encounters. Seneca, a prominent Stoic thinker, wisely noted, "Associate with people who are likely to improve you." This advice is timeless and directly applicable to our daily lives. Surrounding yourself with individuals who challenge you to grow, who inspire you to reach new heights, and who support your aspirations creates a fertile ground for personal development and emotional stability. Whether in your professional or personal life, seek out mentors, friends, and colleagues who embody the qualities you aspire to develop within yourself. As you journey through life, remember that the company you keep plays a significant role in shaping your character and your emotional landscape. By distancing yourself from negativity and embracing the wisdom of the Stoics, you pave the way for a more tranquil, resilient, and fulfilled existence. It's not merely about avoiding negative people. It's about actively choosing to fill your life with positivity, wisdom, and genuine connections. Before getting to Rule 4, reflect on your own experiences. Have you ever had to distance yourself from negative influences? And how did it impact your emotional well-being or mental clarity? Rule number 4, keep your feelings and viewpoints to yourself. In today's fast-paced world, many believe that sharing is synonymous with caring, but Stoicism offers a different perspective. As Seneca wisely stated, silence is a lesson learned from the many sufferings of life. This suggests that there is profound strength in selective silence. Communication's essence doesn't lie solely in revealing our thoughts and feelings, but in the discernment of what we choose to disclose. Stoicism teaches us the virtue of inner calm and warns against seeking external validation. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Our inner peace is often compromised when we base our emotional well-being on others' reactions. Think about the times you've sought validation for your achievements or deeply held beliefs. The feedback is often a mix, sometimes even negative or mocking, which can shake your confidence. Picture a scenario where instead of seeking approval, you find strength in self-reliance. Here, silence isn't about suppression but about asserting sovereignty over oneself. It's understanding that not every thought needs an audience, and not every belief requires validation. Consider this modern-day story. Jane, a dedicated professional, constantly shared her work achievements and personal opinions on social media. Initially, the likes and comments gave her a sense of validation, but over time, the negative feedback began to affect her self-esteem. She realized she was dependent on others' opinions for her happiness. Embracing Stoicism, Jane decided to keep her thoughts and feelings to herself. She found that her confidence grew, and her sense of inner peace was no longer disturbed by the fluctuating judgments of the online world. By practicing selective silence, Jane became more resilient, her convictions unshaken by public opinion. This practice of keeping feelings and viewpoints to oneself fosters self-assurance. It ensures that your inner peace remains intact, undisturbed by the external world's fluctuating judgments and comments. It's a pillar in the quest for emotional equanimity, allowing you to maintain serenity regardless of others' opinions. Reflect on your life. How often have you allowed others' reactions to dictate your emotions? What if you chose to rely on your own judgment instead? By adopting this Stoic rule, you create a fortress of self-reliance and inner peace, impervious to external turbulence. Keeping your feelings and viewpoints to yourself is not about hiding who you are, but about cultivating inner strength and independence. It's about recognizing that your thoughts don't always need an audience, and that your beliefs don't require external endorsement. By embracing selective silence, you nurture a resilient inner calm, protecting your serenity from the ever-changing tides of public opinion. This Stoic principle teaches us that true happiness and peace come from within, not from the approval or disapproval of others. So next time you're tempted to seek validation, pause and consider the power of silence. Your inner peace is priceless and worth protecting. Rule number 5. Establish boundaries and embrace selective availability. In our fast-paced, always-on culture, setting boundaries is not just beneficial, it's essential for maintaining our essence and mental well-being. To live a stoic life, you must carve out personal space amidst the chaos, which can seem daunting. However, it's a crucial step toward emotional resilience and inner peace. Seneca wisely stated, "All the time you possess is truly yours." Reflect on this. How often do we surrender our precious moments by instantly responding to every notification and call for attention? The failure to set boundaries is like leaving your house wide open for anyone to enter. It's a silent proclamation that your time and emotional well-being are available to everyone. This constant availability can lead to exhaustion and a loss of self. Instead, we must learn to value our peace as the Stoics did. Imagine if you could choose when to say no, when to retreat into your thoughts, and when to engage with others. Selective presence isn't about neglecting responsibilities. It's about practicing self-respect. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." By establishing boundaries, you are taking control of your mind and, consequently, your life. Have you ever considered how setting limits can lead to a more focused and fulfilling existence? On the Stoic path, clear boundaries are our shield, safeguarding our emotional reserves. They allow us to maintain balance and energy, free from the relentless demands of the world. But how can we effectively establish these boundaries in our daily lives? Start by identifying what truly matters to you. When you understand your priorities, it becomes easier to allocate your time and attention accordingly. Epictetus reminds us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This means that our reactions and choices define our experiences more than the events themselves. Once you know your priorities, communicate them clearly to those around you. Whether it's at work, home, or with friends, letting others know your limits helps manage their expectations. For instance, if you need uninterrupted time to focus on a project, inform your colleagues that you won't be available for the next hour. This simple act of setting a boundary can significantly enhance your productivity and well-being. Do you find it challenging to communicate your needs to others? Remember, it's not about being rude or uncooperative, it's about honoring your time and energy. Another key aspect of establishing boundaries is learning to say no. This can be particularly difficult for those who are accustomed to pleasing others. Yet, every time you say yes to something that doesn't align with your goals, you are saying no to something that does. Reflect on the wisdom of Seneca, who said, "If a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable." Without clear direction, you are at the mercy of external forces, drifting aimlessly. By saying no to distractions and unnecessary commitments, you steer your life towards your true purpose. Selective availability also means choosing when to disconnect from the digital world. In our age of constant connectivity, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by the barrage of information and demands. Take regular breaks from screens and social media to reconnect with yourself and the world around you. How often do you find yourself mindlessly scrolling through your phone, only to feel drained afterward? By consciously limiting your digital interactions, you create space for more meaningful experiences and reflections. Practicing mindfulness can further enhance your ability to set and maintain boundaries. Mindfulness helps you stay present and aware of your thoughts, emotions, and surroundings. It allows you to recognize when you're overcommitting or stretching yourself too thin. Incorporating mindfulness into your daily routine can be as simple as taking a few deep breaths before responding to a request, or spending a few minutes meditating each day. How might your life change if you approached each day with greater awareness and intention? Ultimately, establishing boundaries is about self-care and self-respect. It's about recognizing your worth and protecting your inner peace. As you embrace this practice, you'll find that you have more energy, focus, and resilience to face life's challenges. You'll be better equipped to pursue your goals and cultivate meaningful relationships. Remember the words of Epictetus: "No man is free who is not master of himself." By setting boundaries, you take a crucial step toward mastering yourself and living a life of purpose and tranquility. So, how will you start establishing boundaries in your life today? What small changes can you make to honor your time and energy? As you reflect on these questions, consider the impact that clearer boundaries could have on your overall well-being and happiness. Embrace the Stoic wisdom of selective availability and take control of your life, one boundary at a time. Rule number 6. Prioritize your well-being and embrace clarity. Welcome to another deep dive into Stoicism. Now we explore the 6th powerful rule to become emotionless and resilient. Prioritize your well-being and embrace clarity. Let's set the stage with a profound quote from Epictetus. First, say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. This powerful wisdom encapsulates our rule, placing yourself at the forefront and valuing straightforwardness as essential elements for emotional fortitude. Maintaining serenity and achieving success starts with self-care. This principle isn't about neglecting others but recognizing that you must first be strong and stable to genuinely support those around you. Think of the airline safety rule of securing your oxygen mask before helping others. You must first attain emotional robustness and personal success to be of real assistance to anyone else. This idea is echoed in the words of Marcus Aurelius. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This quote underscores the importance of focusing on what you can control, your own well-being. Clarity in expression is a cornerstone of emotional resilience. This involves articulating your thoughts, desires, and boundaries with precision. Clarity is not about being insensitive, but about communicating with honesty and transparency. By avoiding ambiguity and the trap of people-pleasing, you reduce stress and foster authentic connections with those who value your honesty. As Seneca advised, if a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable. By being clear and decisive, you align your actions with your goals and ethics, establish healthy limits, and stay true to your essence without apology. Ignite the passion inside, and let no obstacles stop you. Life is a challenge, but you're destined to win. In the last part of today's discussion, let's reflect on the story of the altruist's awakening to better understand these 6 rules. In the quaint town of Serenity, there lived a man named Eliot, known to all as the embodiment of kindness. His heart, a boundless ocean, held waves of compassion for every soul he encountered. Eliot was the one who would listen to the woes of the world until the stars blinked sleepily in the dawn sky. He was incapable of uttering the word no, a word that seemed to him as foreign as the concept of self-care. Eliot's days were spent in a whirlwind of others' needs and desires. His own dreams lay quiet, gathering dust in the corners of his neglected aspirations. He was a canvas, and the townsfolk, with their myriad of colors of needs and wants, painted him over every day. But as the layers thickened, the original portrait of Eliot was lost. One fateful evening, as Eliot was walking home, his steps heavy with the weight of unreciprocated deeds, he met an old man. This man, with eyes that held the calm of Stoic sages, saw through the facade of Eliot's smile. "Why do you carry boulders of others' expectations on your back?" he asked. Eliot, taken aback by the question, had no answer. The old man continued, "In seeking to be everything for everyone, You've become nothing for yourself. You must learn to say no to hold your ground, for even the willow bends only so far before it breaks. The next day, Eliot's resolve was tested. A neighbor asked for a favor, one that would cost Eliot his last sliver of peace for the day. As the word yes clawed its way up, Eliot remembered the old man's words. With a serene mind and a resilient spirit, he embraced the power of no. Word of Eliot's newfound stance spread like wildfire. Some called it a transformation, others a betrayal. Yet, as time passed, the exploitation ceased. Eliot's life was no longer a series of transactions but a journey of meaningful interactions. Eliot's story is a testament to the Stoic belief that one must be the curator of one's own life. Stoicism teaches the virtue of apatheia, not the absence of emotion, but the balance of it. It advocates for inner fortitude and the wisdom to discern what is within our control and what is not. To those who find themselves in Eliot's shoes, remember that Stoicism is not about living without emotion, but about not being overwhelmed by it. Practice the art of detachment, learn to say no, and understand that sometimes the most profound act of kindness you can offer is to yourself. In the tapestry of life, ensure that your thread is woven with intention, not at the whim of others' needles. As Epictetus wisely noted, no man is free who is not master of himself. By embracing these principles, prioritizing your well-being, and committing to clarity, you not only build emotional resilience, but also cultivate a life of authenticity and strength. Your journey, guided by Stoic wisdom, becomes a beacon of stability in a chaotic world, empowering you to face challenges with a serene mind and a resilient spirit. Thank you for choosing our video. Discover the power of Stoicism and learn how to master your emotions with these 6 transformative techniques. If you found value in this video, don't forget to like, share, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with more insightful content. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Which Stoic practice resonated with you the most? Embark on a journey towards a serene and resilient mind. Now let's move on to more valuable insights. The ability to experience and express emotions is more crucial than you might think. Emotions, as our felt responses to various situations, significantly influence our reactions. Being in tune with them provides valuable insights that aid in decision-making, relationship success, daily interactions, self-care. While emotions can positively impact your daily life, they may harm your emotional health and interpersonal relationships if they become overwhelming. Vicki Botnick, a therapist in Tarzana, California, explains that any emotion, even those typically considered positive like elation or joy, can escalate to a level where they become challenging to manage. With some practice, however, you can regain control. 2 studies from 2010 suggest that strong emotional regulation skills are linked to overall well-being. Additionally, one study found a potential connection between these skills and financial success, indicating that investing effort in this area might literally pay off. Here are some tips to help you get started. The impact of emotions. Understanding and managing intense feelings. Emotions are integral to the human experience, enriching our lives and making them vibrant and meaningful. They shape our perceptions, influence our decisions, and color our interactions with others. However, when emotions become overwhelming, they can disrupt our daily lives and create challenges in various areas. Recognizing the impact of intense emotions and learning how to manage them effectively is crucial for maintaining emotional well-being and healthy relationships. Emotions are not inherently negative. In fact, they are essential to our overall well-being. According to therapist Rachel Botnick, emotions make our lives exciting, unique, and vibrant. Strong feelings can signify that we embrace life fully, that we're not repressing our natural reactions. Experiencing a wide range of emotions is a sign of a healthy and engaged life. Joy, love, excitement, and even sadness and anger are all part of the human experience. They help us connect with others, motivate us to achieve our goals, and provide a sense of purpose and fulfillment. When emotions become overwhelming, it is normal to experience emotional overwhelm from time to time. Life is full of ups and downs, and intense emotions can arise in response to significant events. Whether it is the elation of a major achievement, the devastation of a loss, or the frustration of unmet expectations, emotions can sometimes feel overpowering. However, it is essential to recognize when emotional intensity becomes a problem. Persistent, uncontrolled emotions can lead to various negative consequences, including intense emotions can strain relationships, leading to misunderstandings, arguments, and even estrangement. When emotions are not managed effectively, they can create barriers to effective communication and understanding. Uncontrolled emotions can make it challenging to connect with others on a meaningful level. They can cause us to misinterpret others' actions and intentions, leading to feelings of isolation and loneliness. Emotional overwhelm can impact our performance and productivity. It can make it difficult to concentrate, meet deadlines, and maintain professional relationships. Taking stock of your emotions. Understanding the impact of your emotions on your daily life is the first step toward managing them effectively. Take some time to reflect on how your emotions influence your actions, decisions, and interactions. Consider keeping a journal to track your emotions and identify patterns. This practice can help you become more aware of triggers and understand how different emotions affect you. Ask yourself the following questions. How do I typically respond to strong emotions? Do my emotions frequently lead to conflict with others? How do my emotions affect my performance at work or school? Have I ever used substances to cope with my emotions? Do I experience physical symptoms, such as headaches or stomach aches, related to my emotional state? By taking stock of your emotional responses, you can begin to identify areas where you may need to make changes. This self-awareness is a crucial step in developing healthier emotional habits and improving your overall well-being. While intense emotions are a natural and valuable part of life, it is essential to recognize when they become problematic. By taking stock of your emotional responses and implementing effective management strategies, you can improve your emotional well-being and lead a more balanced and fulfilling life. Aim for regulation, not repression. Emotional regulation is not about flipping a switch to control how we feel. If only it were that simple. Imagine for a moment that you had a dial to manage your emotions. You wouldn't want to leave them running at maximum intensity all the time, as that could lead to emotional exhaustion and burnout. Conversely, you wouldn't want to switch them off entirely, as that would result in a lack of emotional engagement and a diminished experience of life's richness. When we talk about emotional regulation, we refer to the ability to manage and respond to emotions in a healthy way. This is distinct from emotional suppression or repression. Suppression occurs when we consciously choose to avoid or ignore our emotions, while repression happens unconsciously, burying feelings so deeply that we may not even realize they exist. Both practices can lead to a host of mental and physical health issues, including anxiety, depression, sleep problems, muscle tension, pain, difficulty managing stress, and even substance misuse. Learning to regulate emotions involves finding a balance between feeling overwhelmed and feeling nothing at all. It's about allowing yourself to experience emotions without letting them control you or burying them so deeply that they manifest in unhealthy ways. Here are some strategies to help achieve this balance. 1. Acknowledge your emotions. Recognize and name your feelings. This simple act of acknowledgement can reduce their intensity and make them more manageable. 2. Express your feelings. Find healthy outlets for emotional expression. This could be through talking with a trusted friend, writing in a journal, or engaging in creative activities like art or music. 3. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness techniques such as meditation or deep breathing exercises can help you stay grounded and present, reducing the impact of intense emotions. 4. Seek professional help. If you find it particularly challenging to manage your emotions, consider seeking support from a mental health professional. They can offer strategies and techniques tailored to your specific needs. By focusing on regulation rather than repression, you allow yourself to experience the full spectrum of human emotions while maintaining control over how you respond to them. This balance is key to maintaining both mental and physical health, ensuring that emotions serve their intended purpose without overwhelming or harming you. Identifying your emotions. Taking a moment to reflect on your emotions is a vital step towards gaining control over them. Self-awareness allows you to pause and evaluate your feelings before reacting, which can lead to more measured and thoughtful responses. Consider a scenario where you've been seeing someone for a few months. Last week you tried to plan a date, but they said they didn't have time. Yesterday you sent a message saying, "I'd like to see you soon. Can you meet this week?" They finally reply more than a day later, "Can't, busy." This response leaves you feeling extremely upset. Without pausing to think, you hurl your phone across the room, knock over your wastebasket, and kick your desk, stubbing your toe. Instead of acting on impulse, try to interrupt yourself by asking the following questions. 1. What am I feeling right now? Disappointed, confused, furious. 2. What happened to make me feel this way? They brushed me off, with no explanation. 3. Does the situation have a different explanation that might make sense? Maybe they're stressed, sick, or dealing with something they don't feel comfortable explaining. They might plan to explain more when they can. 4. What do I want to do about these feelings? Scream, vent my frustration by throwing things, text back something rude. 5. Is there a better way of coping with them? Ask if everything's okay. Ask when they're free next. Go for a walk or run. By considering possible alternatives, you're reframing your thoughts, which can help you modify your initial extreme reaction. This reflective process can transform your emotional response and lead to more constructive outcomes. It takes time and practice to make this kind of reflective response a habit. Initially, you might find it challenging to pause and think before reacting, but with consistent effort, it will become more natural and effective. Regularly practicing these steps can significantly enhance your emotional intelligence. It allows you to navigate your emotions with greater clarity and control, leading to healthier relationships and a more balanced life. By acknowledging your feelings and choosing thoughtful responses, you are not suppressing your emotions, but rather guiding them in a way that aligns with your values and goals. Emotional self-regulation is a skill that benefits from continuous practice and reflection. Over time, you will find it easier to manage intense emotions, leading to a more serene and resilient mind. Keep a mood journal. One effective method to gain control over your emotions is by keeping a mood journal. This practice involves writing down or typing up your feelings and the responses they trigger, which can help you uncover any disruptive patterns. By recording your emotions regularly, you create a space to reflect on them more deeply and recognize the impact they have on your life. To begin, find a journal or digital tool that you can keep with you throughout the day. Whenever you experience intense emotions, jot down the specifics. What you felt, what happened to trigger these feelings, and how you responded. This real-time recording can help capture the nuances of your emotional experiences, making it easier to analyze later. Sometimes, mentally tracing your emotions back through your thoughts is helpful. However, putting feelings onto paper can allow for a more profound reflection. Written records can help you see patterns and connections that might not be apparent in the heat of the moment. For instance, you might notice that certain circumstances, such as trouble at work or conflicts within your family, consistently contribute to emotions that are harder to control. By identifying these specific triggers, you can start to develop strategies to manage them more productively. This awareness is the first step toward emotional resilience. Journaling provides the most benefit when done daily. This consistent practice helps reinforce the habit of self-reflection and emotional awareness. By keeping your journal with you and noting down intense emotions or feelings as they happen, you maintain a continuous record of your emotional landscape. When you record an emotional episode, try to note the trigger and your reaction. If your response was less than helpful, use your journal to explore more constructive possibilities for the future. For example, if you responded to stress at work with frustration and anger, you might write about alternative responses, such as taking a short break, practicing deep breathing, or discussing your feelings with a trusted colleague. Regular mood journaling can lead to several benefits. First, it fosters a greater understanding of your emotional triggers and responses, enabling you to predict and prepare for challenging situations. Second, it provides a structured outlet for expressing emotions, which can be cathartic and reduce emotional intensity over time. Third, it enhances problem-solving skills by encouraging you to think critically about alternative responses and coping mechanisms. Furthermore, over time, your journal can serve as a valuable resource for tracking your emotional growth and progress. By reviewing past entries, you can see how your responses and coping strategies have evolved, offering a sense of accomplishment and motivation to continue your emotional development journey. Keeping a mood journal is a powerful tool for understanding and managing your emotions. By recording your feelings and the situations that trigger them, you gain insights into your emotional patterns and develop more effective strategies for dealing with them. This practice not only enhances your emotional intelligence, but also contributes to overall mental well-being. Make journaling a daily habit, and over time, you'll likely notice a significant improvement in your ability to navigate life's emotional ups and downs with greater ease and resilience. If you've made it this far, you're on your way to mastering your emotions. Drop a comment saying, "I am a Stoic warrior," to show you're committed to this transformative journey. Stick around. The best insights are yet to come. Embrace the power of a deep breath. Taking a deep breath can profoundly affect your state of mind, whether you are experiencing overwhelming joy or intense anger. While it might not magically dissolve your emotions, and that's not its purpose, deep breathing exercises can help you regain control and achieve a sense of calm amidst emotional storms. When emotions run high, your body often responds instinctively. This can lead to a rapid heart rate, shallow breathing, and a flood of adrenaline. Slowing down and focusing on your breath helps interrupt this cycle. It provides a moment of pause, allowing you to step back from the initial surge of emotion and prevent any rash reactions that might follow. The next time you feel emotions starting to overwhelm you, try the following steps to harness the power of a deep breath. 1. Breathe in slowly. Begin by taking a slow, deep breath. Deep breaths should originate from the diaphragm, not the chest. If you find it challenging to breathe deeply, try visualizing your breath rising from deep within your belly. This technique can help ensure that you're drawing air into the lower part of your lungs, promoting a more profound and calming breath. 2. Hold your breath. Once you've taken a deep breath, hold it for a count of 3. This brief pause allows your body to fully absorb the oxygen, providing a moment of stillness before the exhale. Holding your breath can also help anchor your mind and focus your attention inward. 3. Exhale slowly. After holding your breath, release it slowly and steadily. The exhalation should be as deliberate as the inhalation, allowing your body to relax further with each breath out. This slow release helps signal to your nervous system that it's time to calm down, promoting a sense of relaxation. Incorporate a mantra. For some, adding a mantra to this practice can enhance the calming effect. Consider repeating a phrase such as, "I am calm," or "I am relaxed," as you breathe. This verbal affirmation can reinforce the sense of tranquility, and help drown out any negative or overwhelming thoughts. Regular practice of deep breathing exercises can offer numerous benefits. It can reduce stress, lower blood pressure, and improve overall emotional regulation. By making deep breathing a habit, you can develop a powerful tool for managing your emotions in various situations. Incorporating deep breathing into your daily routine doesn't require a significant time commitment. You can practice it anywhere, whether you're at work, stuck in traffic, or dealing with a difficult conversation. The key is to remember to pause and breathe when you start to feel overwhelmed. In a world where emotions can often feel overpowering, the simple act of taking a deep breath can be a powerful ally. It offers a way to ground yourself, regain control, and approach situations with a clearer mind. By practicing deep breathing regularly, you can cultivate a greater sense of inner peace and resilience, better equipped to navigate life's emotional ups and downs. So the next time you feel your emotions taking over, take a deep breath and embrace the calm it brings. Know when to express yourself. Understanding when and how to express your emotions is crucial for maintaining both personal well-being and healthy relationships. There is indeed a time and place for everything, including the most intense emotions we experience. Recognizing the appropriate context for expressing these feelings can greatly influence the outcomes of our interactions and our overall emotional health. For instance, grieving the loss of a loved one is an intense emotional experience that typically warrants an open expression of sorrow. Sobbing uncontrollably is a common and natural response to such a profound loss, as it helps release the built-up grief and pain. Similarly, after a breakup, you might find yourself overwhelmed with anger and sadness. In such cases, screaming into a pillow or even punching it can be a healthy way to vent your frustration and reduce tension. These actions, performed in the privacy of your home, allow you to process your emotions without causing harm to yourself or others. However, not all situations are appropriate for such open displays of emotion. For example, in professional settings, displaying intense emotions like anger or frustration can have detrimental effects. Imagine being on the receiving end of an unfair disciplinary action at work. While your frustration is entirely justified, screaming at your boss or causing a scene would likely exacerbate the situation. Such reactions can be perceived as unprofessional and could jeopardize your job or professional relationships. To navigate these varying contexts effectively, it's essential to develop emotional intelligence. This involves being mindful of your surroundings, understanding the nature of your emotions, and recognizing the impact your expression can have on others. Emotional intelligence enables you to discern when it's appropriate to let your feelings out and when it might be more prudent to hold back and reflect. One effective strategy for managing emotions in less appropriate settings is to practice mindfulness and self-awareness. When you feel a strong emotion rising, take a moment to pause and assess the situation. Ask yourself questions like, is this the right place and time to express how I'm feeling? What consequences might arise from expressing my emotions right now? How might my actions affect those around me? Another helpful approach is to communicate your need for space or a break. If you're in a heated discussion and feel your emotions escalating, it's okay to take a step back. Politely excuse yourself, explaining that you need a moment to gather your thoughts. This can prevent the situation from escalating further and gives you time to regain composure. In essence, knowing when to express your emotions involves a balance between honesty and tact. It's about honoring your feelings while also considering the context and the potential impact on others. By cultivating emotional intelligence and developing healthy coping mechanisms, you can navigate the complexities of emotional expression more effectively, leading to better relationships and a healthier emotional state. Remember, it's perfectly normal to experience a wide range of emotions. The key lies in managing them in a way that respects both your own well-being and the well-being of those around you. Give yourself some space. The importance of healthy distractions. In our fast-paced, often chaotic lives, it's not uncommon to encounter intense emotions that can overwhelm us. According to emotional wellness expert Botnick, creating some distance from these intense feelings can help ensure that our reactions are reasonable and measured. This approach is vital for maintaining both mental and emotional balance. Creating distance can be both physical and mental. Physical distance might involve removing yourself from a stressful or upsetting situation. For example, if you're in a heated argument or an environment that's causing you distress, stepping away for a moment can provide the necessary space to calm down and gather your thoughts. This act of physically leaving a situation can prevent you from saying or doing something you might regret later. On the other hand, mental distance can be achieved through various distraction techniques. While it is essential not to block or avoid your feelings entirely, distracting yourself temporarily can be beneficial until you are in a better emotional state to address them. This temporary distraction is not about escaping reality, but rather about giving yourself a moment to breathe and regain your composure. Healthy distractions serve as a mental break, providing a respite from overwhelming emotions. However, it is crucial to remember that these distractions are temporary solutions. Eventually, you must return to address the feelings you've put on hold. Avoiding your emotions permanently can lead to more significant issues down the line, such as unresolved anger or prolonged sadness. Here are some effective ways to create healthy distractions. 1. Taking a walk. Engaging in physical activity like walking can be incredibly beneficial. It not only helps clear your mind, but also allows your body to release endorphins, which are natural mood lifters. Walking in nature especially can have a calming effect, helping to reduce stress and anxiety. 2. Watching a funny video. Laughter is a powerful tool for improving mood and reducing stress. Watching a funny video or a comedy show can provide a quick and effective mental escape, allowing you to return to your feelings later with a lighter perspective. 3. Talking to a loved one. Social support is crucial when dealing with intense emotions. Reaching out to a friend or family member can provide comfort and perspective. Sometimes just having someone listen to you can significantly alleviate emotional distress. 4. Spending a few minutes with your pet. Pets can offer unconditional love and companionship, making them excellent sources of comfort. Spending time with your pet can reduce stress levels and provide a sense of calm and security. These activities are not meant to be permanent solutions, but rather temporary pauses that help you gather your thoughts and emotions. Once you feel more stable, it is essential to revisit the feelings or situations that caused the distress initially. This revisit allows you to process and address your emotions constructively, ensuring that they do not fester or lead to more significant issues. Giving yourself some space when dealing with intense emotions is a practical and necessary strategy for maintaining emotional well-being. Whether it's through physical distance or mental distractions, these techniques can help you manage your reactions more effectively. Remember, the key is to use these distractions as temporary measures and to return to addressing your emotions once you are in a better state of mind. By doing so, you ensure that you are not avoiding your feelings, but rather approaching them with the clarity and calmness needed to handle them healthily and constructively. Try meditation. Meditation is a time-honored practice that has been used for centuries to foster a deeper understanding of oneself and the world around us. For those who already engage in meditation, it often serves as a reliable tool for managing and coping with intense emotions. However, if you're new to meditation, this practice can be an invaluable addition to your emotional toolkit. Meditation involves training your mind to focus and redirect your thoughts. It's not just about relaxation. It's a profound practice that can help you develop a greater awareness of your thoughts, feelings, and overall experiences. By dedicating a few minutes each day to meditation, you can start to notice how your mind works, how emotions rise and fall, and how you react to different situations. When you meditate, you create a space where you can observe your feelings without judgment. This non-judgmental awareness is crucial because it allows you to sit with your emotions rather than pushing them away or trying to change them. Often, when we experience intense emotions, our first instinct is to avoid or suppress them. This can lead to more stress and emotional turmoil. Meditation teaches you to acknowledge these emotions, understand them, and accept them as part of your experience. One of the key benefits of meditation is its ability to enhance emotional regulation. By regularly practicing meditation, you can improve your ability to manage your emotions in a healthy way. This doesn't mean that you will never feel sad, angry, or anxious again, but you will become better equipped to handle these feelings when they arise. Acceptance is a fundamental aspect of emotional regulation, and meditation helps you develop this skill. Moreover, meditation offers numerous other benefits that can enhance your overall well-being. For instance, it is a powerful tool for relaxation. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to become overwhelmed by the constant barrage of stimuli and stressors. Meditation provides a moment of calm and tranquility, allowing your mind and body to unwind. This relaxation can be incredibly rejuvenating and can help reduce stress and anxiety levels. Another significant benefit of meditation is improved sleep. Many people struggle with sleep issues due to stress, anxiety, and a racing mind. By incorporating meditation into your daily routine, you can calm your mind before bed, making it easier to fall asleep and stay asleep. The practice of focusing your mind and letting go of stress can prepare your body for restful and restorative sleep. Meditation can also enhance your self-awareness and mindfulness. Being mindful means being present in the moment, fully engaged with whatever you are doing. This heightened state of awareness can lead to a deeper appreciation of life's simple pleasures and a greater sense of gratitude. It can also help you become more attuned to your needs and emotions, allowing you to respond to them in a more balanced and thoughtful manner. Meditation is a versatile and powerful practice that can significantly enhance your emotional and mental well-being. Whether you are dealing with intense emotions or simply looking to improve your overall quality of life, meditation can provide the tools you need to navigate your inner world with greater ease and acceptance. By making meditation a regular part of your routine, you can cultivate a sense of inner peace, improve your emotional regulation, and enjoy a host of other benefits that contribute to a healthier, happier life. So, give meditation a try and see how it can transform your relationship with your emotions and yourself. As we draw this journey through the 6 Stoic powerful rules to become emotionless to a close, I invite you to carry these principles into the ebb and flow of your daily life. Embrace the Stoic wisdom to navigate the tides of emotions with grace and resilience. Remember, the true test of these teachings lies in their application. So pause, reflect, and act with intention. I encourage you to share in the comments how you plan to integrate these Stoic rules into your routine. What challenges do you anticipate, and how will you overcome them? Let's foster a community of growth and support here. If you found value in our time together, please like this video, share it with others who might benefit, and subscribe to Stoic in Your Life. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss our upcoming videos. Until next time, stay resilient and keep practicing Stoicism.